I'm going to go through this song here, national anthem, all four verses, and then I'm going to go through some paperwork here that I printed off, the preamble of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. I'm going to talk about one Medal of Honor recipient that I printed off here. Pretty amazing stuff, and just kind of talk about where we came from, where we're at, where we're headed. So, a little bit of studying today on the 4th of July. What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er ramparts we watched, were so gallantly strewn, and the rockets red black, their monuments they flew the night, and our flag was oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave. On the shore dimly seen through the midst of the deep, where the foes fought heroes, and in dread silence reposed. What is that which the breeze or the towering sea, as it fitfully blows, hath conceals, hath disclosed? Now we catch its rough gleam of the morning's first beam, and full glory reflect now shines in the stream. 'Tis the star-spangled banner along may it wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave. And where is that man who so vauntingly swore that the havoc of war and the battle's confusion through the country should leave us no more? Their blood hath washed out on their foul footsteps, steps pollution. From the terror of flight o'er the bloom of the grave, and the star-spangled banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, o'er the land of the Then the conquer we must when our cause is just, and this be our motto, and God is our trust. And a star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Anyway, that's the full 4 verses of the national anthem, and so I thought it would be interesting, to play that because you never hear it. You'll see it in the old gospel hymnals at church. That's where you'll see the full verse, or you can pull it up online. But it's pretty deep. If you read it and study it, I did some background on that song, and Francis Scott Key met with the Northern generals. Met with the generals before they wrote this, and I don't know. There's just a lot of history on it. So I was looking at Twitter today, and I saw this post by Dr. Pete Chambers. He's a Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Pete Chambers. He's a Green Beret, United States Army, retired. He's been one of the main leading forces down there on the southern border, Operation Burning Edge and all that stuff, to try to protect our borders, because we have an invasion going on down there on that southern border. Lots of bad things going on. Slavery, slave trade, human trafficking, you name it. It's the worst thing. But he posted here, by signing the Declaration of Independence, 56 Americans pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. And it was no idle pledge. 9 signers died of wounds during the Revolutionary War. 5 were captured or imprisoned. Wives and children were killed, jailed, mistreated, or left penniless. 12 signers' houses were burned to the ground. 17 lost everything they owned. No signer defected. Their honor, like their nation, remained intact. And, I've got a copy of the Declaration of Independence, the actual copy of it. And it's really cool. So this is an exact copy of the original Declaration of Independence. Okay, this is why you can bar hop. This is why you can travel without being harassed by government officials. This is why you can go down the road and carry your pistol. This is why you can live your life accordingly, the way we do here in America. And this is why all the people want to come into our country, because of the sacrifices that those men made in 1775 through, 1778, I think, when the war ended. Okay, this right here, and the men that wrote this. Okay, so this is why, and this is why we can live the way we live here in this country, and it's a really special country, and it's not free. It's at a cost. So I've got this. This is Remember the Fallen. Okay. On X. This is Remember the Fallen channel, whatever you want to call it, that I follow on X. And this is, I think Pete Chambers might have posted this also. No, this was members of This is Pete Chambers didn't post this one. This is Remember the Fallen. And when they posted it, they say, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." And it's a Medal of Honor citation from the United States Army. And of course, that's a Bible verse that was quoted in regards to Jesus, but you can take it out of context and use it in this. It's perfectly fine. Medal of Honor recipient, Specialist 4th Class Blanchfield is his name. And I wish I could have printed off a picture of him. I should have done that. But awarded for actions during the Vietnam War, serving the United States Army, 4th Battalion, 173rd Airborne Brigade, General Orders, 21st May 1971. The President of the United States of America, in the name of Congress. This is like a eulogy by the United States Army for this fallen soldier. Okay. Takes pride in presenting the Medal of Honor posthumously to Specialist 4th Class Michael Reinhardt Blanchfield, United States Army, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty while serving with Company Alpha 4th Battalion, 503rd Infantry Regiment, 173rd Airborne Brigade in action against enemy aggressor forces at Binh Dinh Province, Republic of Vietnam, on 3rd July 1969 on a combat patrol. And so where do we go here? The patrol surrounded a group of houses to search for suspects. During the search of one of the huts, a man suddenly ran out toward a nearby tree line. Specialist 4th Class Blanchfield, who was on guard outside the hut, saw the man, shouted for him to halt, and began firing at him as the man ignored the warning and continued to run. The suspect then suddenly threw a hand grenade toward the hut and its occupants. Although the exploding grenade severely wounded Specialist 4th Class Blanchfield and several others, he regained to his feet and continued the pursuit of the enemy. The fleeing enemy threw a second grenade, which landed near Specialist 4th Class Blanchfield and several members of his patrol. Instantly realizing the danger, he shouted a warning to his comrades. Specialist 4th Class Blanchfield unhesitatingly and with complete disregard for his safety threw himself on the grenade, absorbing the full impact and fatal impact of the explosion. By his gallant action and self-sacrifice, he was able to save the lives and prevent injury to 4 members of the patrol and several Vietnamese civilians in the immediate area. Specialist 4th Class Blanchfield's extraordinary courage and gallantry at the cost of his life above and beyond the call of duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of the military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army. So it's men like that, okay, that led to this document right here. Okay? It's men like that led to this document. All the freedoms that you enjoy came with a cost. And I know most of you realize this and most of you understand this, but some of you don't, man. And so I'm just going to go through some things with you. If you know it, that's fine. If you don't know it, that's good, because we're going to learn some stuff. I learned some stuff today. So let's see here. So in like 1775, before the Revolutionary War started, It was basically a province. The 13 colonies were a province of Great Britain. Okay, so there was 13 colonies, and they were all under the power and control of Great Britain, and this was their flag. Okay, it's basically the American flag with what they call the British Jack. Okay, see that right there? That's the British Jack. So that was the American flag before the American flag. Well, it wasn't even an American flag; it was a British flag. So it just signified that there's 13 colonies, because there's 13 stripes, and they're all under this symbol, which is King George III, who presided power over that region. And of course, west of that was all the Indian Territory and everything. So that was really interesting. I didn't know that. And then there's this Declaration of Independence, okay? And it's this, but it's in printed form, okay? I just printed it off because I need a magnifying glass to read that. I'm not going to read it all, but in the Declaration of Independence, which I printed off from Constitution 101, this is National Constitution Center. Constitution.org is the source. And basically what it does is it lists that they're going to secede from Great Britain, and then they list all these reasons why. Okay? Everything that the British government was doing at that point in time, okay, they've got all these reasons here. And I'll read a few of them. I'm not going to read it all. It's a lot of reading, but he, referring to the king, he has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasion